Hello, people. Greetings. It's Monday. It's April 22nd. It's officially Earth Day in America. I don't know if it's officially Earth Day all over the world, but happy Earth Day. And excuse me, I'm a little bleary eyed. The weekend is catching up with me. I thought I slept pretty good last night, but I just got out of bed, to be honest. And it is 9 o'clock in the morning. Cheers, people. Um, yeah, I'll be going to the post office today to mail off the last purchase that I received. Doing well, getting myself oriented for the day. It's supposed to be warm today, so looking forward to spending some time outside. Still, coming down from the weekend. I love it when I have a good days are good days, and it's nice when a good day can stretch into days. So yesterday, the day ended with good news. I got news. First, I got news that my younger sister Adrian is coming in town 1st of May for a class reunion. Mine was last year. My 50-year reunion, high school reunion, was last year. I went to two different high schools, and I just refused to go to either. I met up with people who came in town for them, who were friends and people that I still care about. But otherwise, I had no interest. So end of May, she's coming in town. But then I get up this morning and I see that at first it was, yeah, it's just me. I'm coming in. Great, family. I get to see some blood relatives, some siblings. I haven't seen anybody since my younger brother died 2 years ago. I have cousins here, but it ain't the same. I'm closer to some of my friends than some of my cousins. So this is big news. And then I get on the phone this morning and she updates and says, "Oh, now Floyd's going to come with me." Oh, I get to see Floyd again. Because I don't want to fly. I don't want to go to, and I don't want to go to California at all. I don't want to go out there. I don't. Um, I see people traveling all the time, and there's stuff going on all over the world. I just talked to Dave Nance and Rosalie at the show. They're just, they just got done with Rosalie's first part of her tour. Then David is here for a bit, and then he's going back out with her. Then he's going out with Mode Sound. I'm passing. I don't want to travel right now for a whole lot of reasons. Excuse me. I'm quite happy to come home and sleep in my own bed and just sit here at home and entertain myself with my collection and with my music, with my friends, with my neighbors. So yesterday was a day of this is my sister explaining. Oh my God, this is awesome. So she's explaining partly why Floyd is coming. Floyd has so many points on Southwest after buying her ticket that his ticket only cost $11. Yeah, how can you beat that? But they travel a lot, and I'm not envious of that. I'm not. Okay, so did I go back to Homer's yesterday? Yeah. Have I blown my budget for the month for music? Yeah, but I budgeted it, and then making money Saturday night helped. When I went to pay errands yesterday, Sunday, for our show, we talked a little bit, And then there's some clips from the show on my Facebook page. You know, if I remember, I'll put them at the end of this video. You'll see where I actually had a glitch with my equipment where I changed. I would try. I was supposed to have different settings of sounds for each track that I would bring up, and I noticed that it wasn't happening. So I really, the idea of me playing along with the tracks on the keyboard while I'm doing it live, it's like that's a afterthought. It's really, the music is all there. So you'll hear where, you know, I hit some bad notes and stuff, but I'll share that. It was a really good night. It was really fun. Real fun. So yeah, let me add those clips at the end of this. So when I went back, I haven't even showed you everything I bought. I'll just kind of go through this because there was this record that I actually had not known about, and then I saw, and people talking about it in the progressive rock group. So I went ahead and grabbed it. Band X, the best of Band X, led by Craig Payton. Now, I meant to look this up before I went to bed, but I didn't, because the name Craig Payton rings a bell, but I don't know how. This is good. It's you know, it's cool. But it's also just a little bit wonky. It's jazz rock with some other elements. I only listened to this once through, but I'm glad I bought it. And this is cool. This is cool. So now here my sister Stephanie is jumping in on the conversation. She just got her new job, so she can't come. She can't get the time off, otherwise she'd come. I bought this a few days ago, but I listened to it again yesterday. This is wonderful. This is definitely one of my albums of the year. Definitely one of the albums of the year. Shabaka. Perceive its beauty, acknowledge its grace. This is wonderful. On Impulse label, so everyone's calling it jazz. People, you know something? I don't think this is jazz. I think this is modern folk music. This is wonderful. And it has elements of sound work beyond just music. So the term surreal, even psychedelic, comes in. The spoken word and the vocals work on here. I love this. I could go one step further and call it black folk music, not jazz. Folk music. This is wonderful. Shabaka. Yes, I do have some other stuff by him. Sons of Kemet. The other band he was in, The Comet is Coming. I'll have to revisit, because when I checked them out, their last album, it was like my response to it was so-so. This is awesome. Shabaka. It's awesome. It's beautiful. This is also fantastic. I listened to all of this. So glad. Didn't realize there's only, according to Discogs, this was a limited edition of only 250 copies. And I got a copy of it in Omaha. That looks like can that be true? Only 250 copies? Spoonfed Hybrid. This is just what I like. Just what I like. I really haven't paid attention to what he's singing about. I like his voice. I do. I like that timbre. And the music, the writing is original. It's good. And they use strings. This was good. Spoon-fed hybrid. It was worth the money. Here's something that I bought that's not record store debut. It was another title I bought at Grapefruit. I'm still on the fence because it's double album. I have to listen to all of it. Randall McClellan, The Healing Music of Rana, Volume 1. So this is ambient. I I've listened to parts of two sides, and one side is a lot of vocal oming and humming and stuff, which, even though there's a spiritual nature to it, I'm not going to listen to that side. I'd rather do that. The other side that I listen to is more of a drone or on an organ, so that was more pleasing. But I haven't played the second side, the second album. We'll see if I keep this. But when I brought it up to the counter, Simon perked up. He thought it was pretty good. Okay, here's one where it was in the used section before Record Store Day, and I went to get it, but there was no price on it, so they had to set it back until March. I forgot about it, so when I went back to Homer's yesterday, Mike from staff brought it up and said, "Oh, here's that." I said, "Oh, I completely forgot," and they marked it down, way down, but it's noisy. Electric Würms. Die Musik Schwarz zu Twerk. It's a tongue in cheek. It's the Flaming Lips and some of their friends, Wayne Coyne and Steve Drozda and some other folks. You know, I like the Flaming Lips, but I've seen them live twice. Thankfully, I saw them way before they had any money. This is a cheap pressing, because I look to see, is this damaged? This is an example of a record that wasn't made with care. It's a noisy pressing. They do Heart of the Sunrise on here by Yes, but like I said, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, you know. It's like, I like Flaming Lips, and their extravaganza live shows are wonderful. I've got a couple records, but the records are real hit and miss. Like I said, a lot of times it feels like they're pretending to be doing what they're doing. But I'm glad it's cool. It's cool. Here's one that I've been wanting an original of. They've gotten to be pricey. So when I saw the reissue and the fact that it's a double, I said, "Oh, good deal." And this is a Record Store Day from the past, and it was marked way down. Really glad to get this. The Glass Family Electric Band from, I think, 1969. The first track on here, House of Glass. It's like, boy, I've heard that before. Apparently on compilations and somewhere else. It's like, I've heard this way back. It is the sound of the 60s. This is very good. And it's also very varied. You know, they try to do the blues on here. Everyone was trying to do the blues back then. But it's of the times, musically and the words. I noticed, like on the track, The Day That the Earth Stood Stoned. I said, that's a great flip on the movie title, The Day the Earth Stood Still. One of those movies that when you see it, when I saw it as a kid, it was like, you know, yeah. I'll check the comments in a second, but I'm going to go a little further. I got a stack and I love it. I haven't even gotten through everything. I've been seeing this. This is not the recent Blue Note reissue of this. This is an older one. But when it's less than $20 in the used section, sold. True Blue, Tina Brooks. Tina is a fella. They don't talk about his name on here. I was wondering about that. But this is a 2019 or 2015 reissue of this. Played a bit of this. This is an example of the not lazy, but the laid back kind of, to me, in a way, Blue Note was commercial jazz. I mean, it's good jazz, but it's like, a lot of records are like this, where it's like, you get the head, it's a blues, you get a head, and then everybody changes through. And depending on the solos, it can be good. But I've said recently, that's not what I'm listening for, is just to listen to people solo. Freddie Hubbard stands out on this. Glad I got it. Another for my Klaus Schultz collection, which is getting pretty big here. But it's good. I like Klaus Schultz, and this is a good one. Interface on Brain. Another one for my Brain collection, too. A black label Brain. Good. Played the Betty Davis. This is archival. This is early. This is not like her other records where she was ready to go. This is her in the studio. Miles Davis hooked her up. Everyone from Herbie Hancock to John McLaughlin are in the backing band trying to make something happen. It's too soon, but I'm glad to have this. Glad to have it. Yesterday when I went back down and looked through the leftovers of Record Store Day, this is one of the few things I saw that I wanted, so I grabbed one of them. There's two of them. I don't have to have both. Wonderwall, music by George Harrison, the Zoetrope version. And I have an old phone, so I can't find a setting to set it to 30p to see the actual Zoetrope properly through my phone. But as a picture disc, this plays pretty good. I don't need it to play because I have it already. George Harrison's my favorite Beatle. And so I said, okay, this is one for my Beatles collection. It's an indulgence, a celebration. Here's one that I passed on Record Store Day because it looked like the graphics grabbed me and said, where have I seen it? I recognize these graphics. And sure enough, it's on Stereolab's label Duophonic. Tim Gain, who used to be in Stereolab, is in this band. Cavern of Anti-Matter, Hormone Lemonade. This is real good. Doesn't sound like Stereolab. It's more that German noise sort of thing and more. I was really happy to get this. And on top of it, when I get it home, it's the clear vinyl version. In the used section, often they'll put a sticker on the used if it's a different color, but not consistently. So this didn't have a sticker. I wasn't expecting color. That's fun. Again, the term is for me is fun. I like looking at the color vinyl. I grabbed this because it's the Record Store reissue that I missed. It was in the used section, still sealed, for $11. And it was appropriate because yesterday was the anniversary of the death of Prince. So I got this 12-inch. I don't buy all of this 12 inches. There's so much Prince, okay? And a lot of the 12 inches I see in the used section I don't have, I pass on them. This one I grabbed because, like I said, it was pristine, still sealed, and one of the lesser-known singles, I Wish You Heaven, from Love Sexy. And this is an 11-minute version of it. And it vamps, and it's worth it. It's good. And the B-side is a Camille track, Scarlet Pussy. So this was a Record Store Day exclusive. Glad I got it. Rest in peace, Prince. I've told my Prince stories, tried to get backstage once. Didn't make it. Here's one from the used section that yesterday when I went back, it was still there and less than, cheap. R.E.M. Around the Sun. And I like R.E.M. And I've told you, I played with R.E.M. on the Murmur tour. And then saw them 3 times, partied with them each time. Got so close to them that they put me on the backstage pass list for the last time I saw them. This is good. I like the track on here where they have Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest. These guys are good. I like them as people. The project Baseball Something with Mike Mills is coming. And some other people. I intend to go to say hello. It's been a long time, but I bet they'll remember me because we partied hardy. Good people. I was so glad to get this in the used section. You don't see the record. Stars of the Lid. Gravitational pull versus the desire for an aquatic life. These guys to me are masters of the ambient drone. They're real good at this, and this was recorded on a 4-track cassette. According to this, it's one of their first records. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. I've checked out some other folks' record store day videos. A lot of what I see is the fairly typical stuff that you see people buy, the replacements and the faces, and that's fine. This is what people love. But that's also part of my stance is like, I know that stuff and I like it, but what about all this other stuff? So like, for example, I'll go to one quick comment. I got another comment. People are saying hello from all over the world now. They have been for a while, but hello in Chile. And the man is asking, what do you think of the band Queen? I know that the band Queen are extremely popular all over the world, and I give them props. I don't own any Queen records. I have owned Sheer Heart Attack and their first album. I respect them, but I never liked Freddie Mercury's voice. And as big as they are in people's minds, there's much better bands for my taste throughout history. So I don't need to own Queen. That's kind of where it's at. There's certain bands because of what they mean to me personally, like Genesis. Yes, I want to own that, so I own it. There are classics like I have some Led Zeppelin, for my own reasons. Queen didn't make the cut. The Who didn't make the cut. I had the Kinks for a long time. I've got a couple CDs, but the vinyl I got rid of. It's not disrespect, people. It's about my personal taste and a reflection of what I'm about, which is there's a whole lot of great music that people never hear because they're stuck on the classics. So here I am telling you about all this other good shit that you ought to check out. Was really happy to get another ECM and an early one, a good Jan Garbarek album. Places. This is 1978. This is back when his tone was still warm. There came a point when, mainly with the soprano, Garbarek's tone changed and it became more, to me, shallow and icy, cutting and unpleasant. So I have Garbarek albums that I like the overall picture, but when he plays, it's like, ugh, I don't like that tone. This is warm, and this is real good. Jan Garbarek. Here's one that's been in the used section for a long time, and yesterday I looked at it and I said, okay, I'm buying today. Triangle by the Beau Brummels, pop group from the 60s that had the big hit Laugh Laugh. This has been in the used forever. It was still in shrink wrap from 1967. I took the shrink wrap off yesterday. This is like it's brand freaking new. That was part of why I bought it. I knew that this was not be psychedelic. I know that they started to go country. But look at how old this is. This is the old gold Warner Brothers label. Basically brand new. And sure enough, it starts off with a country feel. The first couple songs on the side one I didn't, but it kept going, and then the variety kicks in. So there should be a couple good songs on here. Not sorry I bought this. Beau Brummels. I could go a long time. So let me just. There's more. There's some. Ooh, there's more. Let me do this. I wanted to get back to this because the Pink Floyd, interesting that someone is kind of hung up on whether or not the album's title is The Dark Side of the Moon or Dark Side of the Moon. As far as I'm concerned, this was put out by Pink Floyd. The Pink Floyd Corporation. If they're calling it the Dark Side of the Moon, well, why would you need to check with the New York Library? Why would they? This is Pink Floyd put this out. I thought that was bizarre. I'm glad that I waited. They put out so many different versions of this album. I'm glad I waited for this one. This is the UV printed. It plays dead quiet. And it's pretty to watch play. So I'm glad I've got this. Dark Side of the Moon. That's enough. That's enough. Thank you, folks, in the comments. I only erased one yesterday, and I might have accidentally erased someone responding to the comment because I don't read all the way through. I just saw the one where the person is trying to tell me again that Trump is the better choice. Neither Biden or, I will not muzzle myself, neither Biden or Trump is a good choice. Neither. But Trump is sick. He is, I am a educated, I don't usually say this, but I'm saying I have the background, I have the knowledge, I have 30 plus years experience in mental health, formally licensed mental health specialist, plus enough credits I didn't bother to turn them in for probably a master's degree. I don't care, so I didn't turn the credits all in. What I'm saying is I know what the hell I'm talking about, as opposed to a lay person who does not have experience in psychiatry and psychology. They don't know what they're talking about. This is why we're dealing with this mess, because people do not understand psychology. People don't understand mental illness. People think that if you're mental ill that people have a lot of misconceptions. Trump is sick, and he's has a personality disorder, and it's shocking that someone could think that that man should be entrusted with nuclear codes again. I'm thinking that you people aren't looking at him at his rallies. I watch that stuff. It makes my stomach turn, but I see word salad. Make no motherfucking sense, even with the prompter. And it's not about comparing him to Biden. We're fucked both ways. But no, it's a false equivalency. Whatever dirt Biden may have done, y'all can't find it. We got 80 plus counts against Trumpy. Yeah, I'll talk about his butt. And why do you people who aren't even Trump, why do you get, it's so bizarre. Your name isn't Trump, and here you are defending this. It's very bizarre. It is a cult. I will not be quiet. My life is better now. Come on here, try to tell me things were better when he was in. I don't know who that was for. A small little amount of white people and rich people and people with oil and stuff. My life is better now. So I will not be quiet, okay? And I will block people who will come over here with misinformation, disinformation, and a point of view of life that is divisive. My point of view is not divisive. I care about everyone, including Trump. They're doing bad things, and I'm calling them out. I love them, though, in the agape love. That's what saves me. See, I don't have any romantic involvement. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm single. The thing that saves me is the amount of love that I receive from everyone, including myself. Agape love. Look it up. We need more of that, okay? We need more of that. And that's the kind of love I have for the people who insist on hating me. And it just makes no sense. One more thing. Okay. This is a half hour, so I'm not going to add on the little clips because that processing takes a long time. I want to get this up so you can see it. But you people that call yourselves Christians, I'm not a Christian, not anymore, not for a long time. Why are you letting Christian nationalists hijack Christianity? Christian nationalism is the exact opposite of what Jesus is about, was about. People have lost their minds. And this is my personal challenge to you so-called real Christians. How can you let this happen? Your religion has been hijacked and you're not doing anything? You're not saying anything? What did it really mean in the first place?